What if the King of England gave up the entire throne for love? Would you call it noble or selfish? December 1936. The most powerful man in Britain made the most scandalous decision in royal history. He didn't fall in battle, wasn't dethroned by enemies. He chose to give it all up. Why? 'Cause he wanted to marry a divorced American woman. This is not just a love story, it's a story of sacrifice, scandal, and a crown left behind. Like and subscribe before we continue the story. Edward VIII was born to rule. Handsome, charming, and wildly popular, he was the rock star of royalty. But behind palace walls, he was restless, bored by formal duties and eager to live freely. He once said, "I am not a traditional king," and he meant it. While the nation struggled through depression and recovery after war, Edward flirted with rebellion, not against laws but against expectations. And that rebellion had a name: Wallis Simpson. Wallis Simpson wasn't born into royalty, far from it. She was American, stylish, bold, and twice divorced. To Edward, she was thrilling. To the British establishment, a disaster waiting to happen. Church of England, which the monarch leads, forbade remarriage after divorce. His own ministers warned him, "If you marry her, your majesty, you must abdicate." It wasn't just about love anymore. It was a constitutional crisis. Imagine the pressure. Crown on one hand, the woman he loved on the other. Country watched and waited. Newspapers hinted, politicians panicked, and the monarchy trembled. In private, Edward made his decision. He would not give up Wallis. He would give up the throne. On December 11, 1936, Edward broadcast to the world, "I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king, as I would wish to do without the help and support of the woman I love." One sentence, one heartbreak, one historic exit. And just like that, Edward was no longer king. His younger brother, George VI, took the throne unprepared but determined. Edward was given the title Duke of Windsor, but he was exiled from power. He married Wallis in France, but they were never truly welcomed back into royal life. Wallis was denied the title of Her Royal Highness. The family was cold. The world was divided. Was it the price of love or the punishment for betrayal? To some, Edward is a romantic hero, a man who followed his heart no matter the cost. To others, he's a reckless prince who abandoned his people and duties. He lived in luxury, yes, but always in the shadow of what might have been. He never wore the crown again. He watched from afar as his niece, Queen Elizabeth II, became the symbol of duty he refused to be. Could he have ruled wisely with Wallis by his side? Or was the nation spared a crisis by his departure? Was Edward VIII's abdication the greatest royal sacrifice in modern history? He gave up everything, power, duty, legacy, for love. But was it love that ruled his heart or ego? Maybe he didn't want to be king. Maybe he just wanted to be free. Or maybe, just maybe, he showed the world that even a king is human. So now we ask you, if you were Edward, would you have chosen the crown or the woman you love? Tell us in the comments below. Was Edward VIII a tragic romantic or a selfish ruler who walked away? Let the debate begin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more royal history re-examined.